What's happening, everyone? Um, I've got this whole lazy thing going on today. It's a Sunday, and I really didn't want to work today, but unfortunately, I'm just going to have to. But anyway, yeah, I went to a birthday party last night. Still got product in my hair. I mean, today was supposed to be a complete lazy day, but it's not working out that way. Anyway, um, I'd taken a different direction in real estate than I thought I ever would, or at least uh, not anytime soon. Um, and that direction is I joined a team, and part of what I had mentioned before on my Instagram, my Facebook, maybe on YouTube, is that you guys are going to get to watch me grow. And so I'll explain a little what's going on with that. As some of you may or may not know, depending on if you follow my Facebook or Instagram, I am a real estate agent, realtor, and this is a direction I chose to go with my life probably a couple years ago, but I didn't get serious about it. I mean, I got licensed, but I didn't get serious about it until just this last year. And again, I'm sorry. I know I sound a little monotone and whatnot, but I'm just relaxed right now. So please excuse my voice and my appearance. But the reason I wanted to make this video today was part of growing is hurting, struggling. It's not an all easygoing process, and I don't think everybody would claim to say it was that way. So I'm not a big fan of negativity. I really can't stand that shit, being around somebody that's negative. And I don't want to come off as sounding negative. That's not my intention here. But the reality is when you're trying to start your own business, or especially doing a job that's or a career that's or I'll venture to say a lifestyle that's commission based, which would be any business really. It's tough. It's definitely has a lot of downs before you start going up. So I started as an independent agent. That didn't last very long because I moved within the city of Phoenix. So I switched offices, and then I found myself on a fantastic team. The team is called BTG Real Estate, and may not have heard of us because we don't advertise, or we don't advertise much. 65% of our business, I believe, is from referrals, and our team does a phenomenal job. And I'm very, very fortunate to have become a part of this team. And what I really like about it is I now have structure, whereas I didn't before. I was trying to figure it out on my own. Now I've got a process, a proven process laid out in front of me, and I just need to put in the work. So at this stage in my realtor lifestyle, right now all I'm doing is planting seeds. But it's not good enough to just plant seeds. You have to water those seeds and nurture those seeds. And I'm not going to get into the details about that, but it's a very effective process. But in the meantime, it's a struggle. I'm not going to lie. It is a struggle. There's a reason why 85+% of people who obtain a real estate license don't renew it after their first year. It is a tough business to get into. You have a ton of competition, and because it's so easy to get into, some people are weary about who they choose, and rightfully so, because since anybody can essentially obtain a real estate license, that leaves a lot of room for a bad experience. It's bound to happen. So, and again, rightfully so, people are weary on who they choose. So, getting started in the business is extremely tough. It's not tough to plant seeds, but to have accountability and structure to keep that going is tough. And it is absolutely not unheard of, excuse me, to not make any money your first year. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, because that is difficult. That is extremely difficult. It's difficult for anybody, and that's what's absolutely terrifying for anybody that's going out onto business on their own. That's why most people will never take that step, because the fear of not knowing where that money's going to come from to pay your bills, to pay your rent, to pay for your car, to pay for your cell phone, the things that are pretty much vital in today's world. Hell, internet access, just necessities for this type of business, And I am struggling to find out what I'm going to do to make ends meet right now. And this is just me being honest and me showing you the process of growth, because this is a very real part of it. And I am bound and determined not to be a statistic. Another person that drops out after a year. So the challenge then becomes, well, how do I, from now until I start making it, how do I make ends meet? So probably looking at a second job. It would be a nighttime job, something like from 6 to 10 p.m., which is going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. One, I've never had two jobs at once. So I just find that it would be very difficult for me to do that. But if it's what you got to do to make ends meet, you got to do something, because if I fail at this, the reasons why I chose to go into real estate are reasons of the lifestyle that I want to have, the skills that I want to learn to progress in my own life. Because you are your own, even though I'm a part of a team, I'm essentially my own boss, because they lay out the structure, they hold me accountable, but if I don't do the work, I'm the reason for failure, not them. So it's that lifestyle that I want to live, and this is where I feel would be a really great opportunity to learn those skills. And real estate can be very lucrative. So I kind of forgot what I was saying there for a sec, why I went off on that little tangent. But anyway, so yeah, I may have to work a second job, which is going to be very tough. But again, I just want to show the positives and the negatives, because it's a struggle. Anybody that takes that step, whether it's in real estate or starting a business, doing something for yourself, my hat's off to you, because this shit is hard. It really is hard. And it's something that can literally keep you up at night. Like, how am I going to make ends meet? How am I going to pay my next bills? And it's just really, really tough. I think the most important thing that you can really do is to focus on your why and to just have faith in yourself. And that's tough, because faith, the best definition of faith I ever had, came from this really nice woman I knew who was a Mormon, and she said, the definition of faith is the belief in something you can't see. And not in a literal sense, because as far as faith goes in yourself, you kind of have to put yourself in a position where, yes, I can see myself succeed, but you have to have faith in yourself that you're going to pull through this and succeed. You have to just know that if I just do the right things, I'm going to succeed. but also focus on your why. And even though some of these negative thoughts and these fears can literally keep you up at night, when they come across during the daytime and you start to think negatively, you just have to find a way to not focus on that. Don't focus on what is, focus on what can be. And I mean, that's what has gotten me to how far I am today. And I'm not even far in the process. I mean, but already starting out, so many times it would have been so easy to throw in the towel. And I mean, I have to be honest with you, if one thing more happens because I have no money right now, like if something with my car goes out, or if something with my living arrangements changes, or anything major happens, that's another very real fear. Like, what in the hell am I going to do? But you just can't focus on what is. You have to focus on what could be, and what could be if you just do the right thing. So that's another real benefit of joining the team, is the accountability. They make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to be upfront, open, and honest. It's not all. I made some videos on Instagram, and I really liked them, and I got some real positive feedback on them. But I don't want to give the impression that this shit's easy. Every day's a golden, cheery day, because it's not. It just doesn't work that way. So I hope to not make too many of these videos, but just getting back to the watch me grow, the pain is also growing. I mean, that's as real as it gets. There's your positive mindset, the little wins here and there, but there's also the losses, but the perseverance to go through those losses are is witnessing somebody grow, if they share that with you. So don't take this again, I didn't want to make this video as something negative. I just wanted it to be, as we say in our team, clear and transparent as to what the actual process is. So anyway, just something I had on my mind, wanted to share, and I hope you guys catch some value out of this. Just know that if you're out doing your thing and you get frustrated, you're scared, you're nervous, you're stressed, that's obviously goes without saying. That's completely normal, and you're not the only ones. But just try, if I could say anything, and I'll have to remember this advice myself in the future, I know it, is just focus on what could be. Focus on your why. Don't lose track of that. Keep that in your crosshairs, and just do whatever you got to do to make ends meet, as long as it's not illegal. Gotta throw that in there. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, again, apologize for the monotone and the messy appearance, but today was supposed to be a day off. But that's the other thing, you just gotta grind, man. You gotta be willing to put in that extra time. So today was supposed to be my much deserved day off, but I've got a lot to do, so I'm gonna get on it and nurture those seeds. So see you guys in the next video.